Twitter has altered for users in 5 different ways thanks to Elon Musk. Point 1. Disabling alternate Twitter viewing options. The most recent modification appears to be Twitter's suspension of API access, which other platforms rely on to interact with it. Therefore, you might discover that Twitter isn't currently compatible with it if you're using a social media manager rather than the Twitter app or website to access your account, for example. Although many analysts think the action was deliberate, it is uncertain whether it was. This, according to tech commentator Kate Bevan, is probably due to the fact that those third-party apps do not display advertisements and they allow the user to manage their feed as they see fit, which is at odds with Musk's plans to put more advertisements in front of users' eyes and give the tweets of people who have paid for Twitter Blue priority. Although Twitter has not yet made an official announcement about it, popular programs like Tweetbot, Phoenix, and Twitterrific appear to be having difficulties. Curation 2. The sequence in which tweets show up on people's timelines may be the most visible change. You can select between the most recent tweets from the individuals you follow and tweets that Twitter has recommended in a new tab. On an iPhone, you will see 2 columns at the top labeled, For You, and, Following. On an Android device, you must tap the star icon in the top right corner of the screen. The problem is that a lot of users either missed this or were unaware that the app occasionally appeared to revert to Twitter's curated, For You, feed. It's been criticized that this feed is dominated by Twitter recommendations and interactions between individuals you follow and people you don't know, rather than the stuff you specifically decided to follow. Some people, though, are okay with it. Some days I want to go to a restaurant with just my buddies. Some days I'll camp up at the bar and see who's in. That can be fun, one Twitter user said. Point 3. Reactivation of contentious accounts. Mr. Musk began with a few well-known accounts that had been suspended previously for breaking Twitter's rules. Rapper Kanye West, who was expelled for posting anti-Semitic material, influencer Andrew Tate, who is currently detained in Romania on charges of people trafficking, and former U.S. President Donald Trump, whose tweets were allegedly responsible for the Capitol Hill riots in January 2021, were among those mentioned. Twitter Blue 4. Twitter Blue, a subscription service, launched at the end of November after a few false beginnings. A monthly charge of $8 per $11, £6.50 per £9, grants access to extra features like an edit button, more visibility, and fewer advertisements. Anecdotally, it appears that it has garnered a respectable but modest number of subscribers though, as always, there has been no official announcement of its success to far. Point 5. Ticks of silver and gold. The blue tick on Twitter, which now indicates a subscriber, was formerly an indication of a verified account. It was given by Twitter itself to the accounts of carefully chosen journalists, brands, and celebrities as proof that they were authentic. Blue ticks from the previous administration are still present, along with a note stating that they are a legacy and may or may not be notable. As a result, having a blue checkmark next to an account does not automatically make it an authoritative account. For businesses and public individuals, it has been replaced with a gold or silver tick. For example, Coca-Cola is now gold and includes an explanation that it is an official business, whereas Rishi Sunak, the UK Prime Minister, now has a silver badge. Master Spinner, the fact is that Twitter had to evolve, Mr. Musk or not. Its user base and ad revenue had been stagnant for a while competing social networks had exploded in popularity. Twitter is renowned for being a little but powerful platform, but this was not converting into financial success. According to social media analyst Matt Navarra, Mr. Musk is a master of PR and spin, as well as innovation and originality. He has no qualms about stirring up trouble or tearing up the rules. Will his unconventional strategies be able to turn around the fortunes of this failing company, which he claims was losing $4 million per day before he took over? Because Twitter is secretive about its numbers, it is challenging to determine. Now that the business is privately owned, it has a right to remain. However, it doesn't seem as though new advertisers are flooding the site. Users are displeased with the changes to the way their accounts are presented, and the recent API update has enraged developers, a group that Twitter needs on board to expand. Regarding his own user experience of interacting with 150,000 followers, Mr. Navarra observed, "The mood seems to have changed and it doesn't seem to be quite what it was before.